Happy Texas Tuesday, everybody, and there are consequences to being stupid. Man tracks down and kills alleged car thief, gets shot himself in a mall gunfire. Now, this happened in San Antonio. It says a Texas parking lot turned to a gunfight after a man tracked down his stolen vehicle Thursday afternoon to a nearby mall, where he shot and killed the alleged thief, who pulled out a gun himself and shot the owner. So the owner held the suspect at gunpoint. The thief shot him. The owner shot the thief in self-defense. It says the man and his passenger exited the South Park Mall in San Antonio around 1 p.m. to find their truck missing. The duo tracked down the vehicle to another parking lot at the mall to discover a male and female sitting inside the truck. The owners of the stolen vehicle tracked the vehicle to the parking lot back here behind me. They showed up, they find the vehicle where two individuals, male and female, in the vehicle, says San Antonio police chief. The man, whose name was not released, held the suspects at gunpoint and directed the driver to sit down by one of the tires while they waited for police. So this guy wanted his truck back. He was trying to, he called the police for them to come and take care of this guy, but then the thief pulled out a handgun and shot the owner of the truck. The owner then returned fire and struck both of the suspects. At some point, the person who stole the vehicle and who is now being held at gunpoint by the owner of the vehicle produced a weapon from his waistband and shoots the owner of the vehicle. The male thief was pronounced dead at the scene. So after he shot the owner of the vehicle owner then returned fire and shot and killed the thief and in self-defense. I don't know what happened, what went wrong, if he took his eyes off his hands or something, but this scumbag was able to pull out a gun and shoot the owner, and thankfully he reacted quick in self-defense because it could have been a lot worse for him. The vehicle's owner and the women were transported to a local hospital. So he shot the woman who was with the thief. He shot the owner. And he shot the thief. The owner shot the thief, and he shot the woman who was with the thief. So he shot both of them. And photos from the scene, the female is seen being assisted by a police officer and another female with blood running down her leg. Okay, here it is right here. Here's the picture of the woman he shot. 25-year-old woman who was with the thief. All right. The police said the owner of the stolen vehicle certainly has the right to track down his own stolen vehicle. Now, we would prefer that they call the police before taking action to your own hands, but he did what he felt he needed to do. Interesting. The dead thief's brother challenged the car owner's supposed right to chase him down and kill him. The brother of the thief says, "The victim was my brother, and there were two sides to every story. Whether my brother was right or wrong, he had a gun pointed at him. I guess he took it upon himself to defend himself." Okay, this is an interesting story. He called the man a vigilante. So he said the guy who shot him was a vigilante, not a hero. A vehicle is not worth taking someone's life. I don't care what kind of car it is. You don't take the law into your own hands, Garcia added. Now my mom, my family, we all have to suffer and just deal with it. Now I want to know what your opinion is on this. I'm going to get into some Texas law in a second, but it looks like this guy will not be charged. The police say that he did what he felt was right to do, and they prefer that he call the police and let them deal with it, which I would have done. Track the vehicle, he called the cops, but in the state of Texas, let's check out Texas Penal Code Section 942. Deadly force to protect property. A person is justified in using deadly force against another to protect land or tangible movable property. If he would be justified in using force against the other under Section 941, protection of one's own property, and when, to the degree he reasonably believes a deadly force is immediately necessary to prevent the other's imminent commission of arson, burglary, robbery, aggravated robbery, theft during the nighttime, or criminal mischief during nighttime, or prevent the other who is fleeing immediately after committing a burglary, robbery, aggravated robbery, or theft during nighttime from escaping with the property. And 3, he reasonably believes that the land or property cannot be protected or recovered by any other means, or the use of force other than deadly force to protect and recover the land or property would expose the actor to to a substantial risk of death or serious bodily injury. So what does Section 941 say? Okay. Texas Penal Code 941. A person in unlawful possession of land or tangible movable property is justified in using force against another and to the degree the actor reasonably believes the force is immediately necessary to prevent or terminate the other's trespass on the land or unlawful interference with the property. Okay, now, prevention of escape from custody. There's more. The use of force to prevent the escape of an arrested person from custody is justifiable when the force could have been employed to effect the arrest under the person is in custody, except that a guard employee. Okay, now this is a little different here, but under Texas law, it seems like this guy might have been justified in this killing. It was self-defense. It was self-defense because he got shot first. And he did not have any intention of shooting this guy held at gunpoint while waiting for the police. But he did it because self-defense. His property was taken. He took matters into his own hands. I personally would not have done that. That's just me because I don't want to deal with having to shoot somebody or being shot. And now he's in the hospital now. One guy is dead. The criminal is dead. And then the guy who shot the criminal he got shot. He's in the hospital. That's just not something I want to deal with. So it's a matter of what you would do personally. Like I said, I would not do this. I would have called the police, tracked the vehicle down, and waited for the cops to get there and take care of it. But the guy felt like he wanted to take things into his own hands, and it was necessary. I don't think it's worth. The truck is probably $40,000 truck. He felt like it was worth taking matters into his own hands. I mean, I hate to say it, but he did get rid of somebody who was apparently somewhat of a danger to society. I mean, he's carrying a weapon. He's stealing vehicles. Who knows what else this guy would have done down the line? And I don't know. Some people in the comments and some of these articles say, hey, he did them a favor. He did the San Antonio police a favor. But look, I want to know where you stand on this. Do you think this guy is justified? And obviously, it looks like he is under Texas law. But what would you have done? Did he do the right thing? See, he just called the police and tracked down the vehicle, called the police and let them deal with it? Or was he right in taking matters into his own hands, tracking down the vehicle, confronting them, holding them at gunpoint, and having the police on the floor and calling the police at the same time? I don't know. Hey, I'm sorry, but this is the way it is when you do stupid things. As the old saying goes, play stupid games to win stupid prizes. This guy lost his life. The female who was with him got shot in the process. Nobody wins. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Thank you. Take care.